Hello internet friends and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XVI, but I'm bad. My name is Bay. I'm the forehead wearing a really terrible shirt today, although it is comfy. Trying to work through the rest of this sort of post-Mother Crystal era main story stuff. Right now we're in all the side story stuff. Just trying to get through everything. There should be a hunt mob here. Yep. Oh! It's a daughter of Garuda this late into the game? Okay.
Harmon's madness lives on.
Indeed. Okay, she's a little fast. Yeah, she's definitely a little fast, as one might imagine. All right. That is a triple attack every single time I see. Holy shit. Yep. My God. The depth perception on that charge is very spicy. There's a parry. Okay, so it is definitely doable on those attacks. She's so hard to just like hit. There we go.
Nice try.
Trying to get her to charge me.
Too slow. Nice try.
Hey, we're dialing it in. We're dialing it in. Damn, that hit me. Damn it. Everything's a double or a triple attack for her. That's close enough. No, it's not. I don't think so. Well, it might be. Because the AoE on the actual lightning is pretty wide. Big damage. Right into a charge up. Right before it locks the stagger bar. Look how close it is. It's like... Ooh, Storm Chaser. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Hard to see through the smoke. I was trying to get a parry there. Did not work. She's casting a Storm Chaser in melee with me? Damn. There we go. That should be it.
Farewell.
Damn. Okay, took a little while to hone that one in. What we got there? Definitely not the Behemoth King. A clouded eye. To see the pattern on the surface of this spherical gem shift and twist, one would think a churning storm trapped within. That would most surely be a trick of the light. Or must surely even.
Rest in peace.
That's kind of a cool little bit that there's still a random, like, daughter of, or a sister. I always say daughters, but it's, I guess, the sister of Garuda. They're eggies that Garuda summons. Huh, cool. Okay. So that's all done. Now we have to go all the way out here. Which, I guess the fastest way is to go to Estla out the front. Because we have this one more side quest. I think at least one more side quest here to for right now anyway. So we're headed out the main gate over the very long bridge. I don't have this quest tracked because there's too many damn quests right now. It's a tail to tail to get the wyvern tail. Okay, we're almost caught up. Well, there's still like 4 more side quests on the actual board. It's weird that you can only have one quest. You can't just have one side quest track. It has to have a full 3. If there's at least 3. Well. Let's head out. Is this still a potion, high potion madness right here? Yep. Every time. Can you not just... Hold on. This is for science? Is this game this silly or this smart? Let's find out. Can I just reload Estla and then walk out and get a potion, high potion? Not that buying them really matters at this point, because considering how much you probably have to reload the whole zone. If I was thinking, you have to leave Boogaloo and then come back, like go to the hideaway and then come back. Yeah, okay. You probably have to go hideaway and then back and forth, and then it will maybe repopulate that potion and high potion again. We are indeed running over the very large bridge. How would they have built this? Like, Bahamut would have had to have helped them build this, yeah? How would you get across? Crabs. Crabs. Many crabs. Whoa! That crab was schmoving. Nice. Up. Oh.
You're finished.
Okay, cool. We got more. Whoa! Get him, Torgal. Whoa!
This one. Torgal, kill.
Thank you.
Stay down.
Get blasted. Get off! I was wondering if there was going to be a flan around here, and the answer to that is yes.
Nice try.
Iframes me. Probably should always put down the lightning rod before this, though, because then it actually does some damage. Nice. I think it's hitting both. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Hmm. You can block that? Wouldn't recommend it, I guess. It's a spell cast. Damn. That was a lot of mobs all of a sudden. All right, where's this damn flower? Gotta fight more of these damn flans that are just sitting around here. There was 2 or 3 on each side. Some of them are... Don't aggro me. You don't want it. Up and around.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over.
Yes. Because there are flans that are up like that, gooping around, and then there are ones that are squished down into the ground that just pop up, which there could easily be more. If I was going to farm XP off stream to go to level 50, I would not.
Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Oh gosh, it's a lindworm, of course. My favorite enemy in this game. This is a dragon skeleton? Oh. One of those big salamander guys. Quite. You're probably guarding it, aren't you? Damn it. My only problem with the lindworm is that attack is unavoidable. I don't know how to not get hit by that knockback AoE air thing. It just hits you, so it just staggers you. A big punch. Yeah, that. Yes. Oh, we already have it stacked up, do we? Okay. Get laser beamed. Whoa, Joshua! Joshua's just flying in. All right, where the hell? It's right here. Yep, that's what I thought. It's very purple.
Here they are.
Wild wyvern tail.
For a bunch, I suppose.
Oh, am I picking up more? Or is that... Was that it? They got a man toys over there. Yeah, we're good. There's nothing else here besides the chronoliths, of which there are 2. World map me. Any other side quests right around this area? We do have one here and one here. We have to go talk to the dame. Yes. Go do that before we head back. Because this is not... I kind of want to leave the reading of Our Father's Will till later.
Mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Oh yeah, we're testing that. That's what trial and error is. The new Cursebreaker recruit that wants to be a scout.
Do you see anything you like?
Why'd you say it like that? Increases Heaven's Cloud damage by 15%. I mean, that might be useful, but probably not. Buy some potions.
You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants. You've a keen eye.
Not my first rodeo, lady.
Reader, have our coin?
He'd have all coin. What? Oh, hello, Philip. Philippe.
Swore to protect this town and the people I love. I don't need a uniform to do that.
Oh, okay. He's just standing guard as a citizen, I guess. All right, where are we? Oh, they're right there.
I'm nervous. Is it alright to be nervous?
I don't care either way, so long as you do as I tell you.
Well,
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Ember.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Yeah, you survived the surgery too,
Of
damn.
course. Thank you, Sid.
Mm.
The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
Yes.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me.
That's what I imagine.
No
Yeah.
magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out.
And his
He
nose.
taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it
Yeah.
sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine curse breaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
All the way up the mountain?
Bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette. Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
We'll see. There he goes.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you? On my way.
So we have to
All right, Ember.
sort of follow him.
Impress me.
Going to Eastwatch.
Even now, the capital has moved. The Empire keeps the watchtowers overlooking royal meadows and the Sea of Grace Mand.
Oh.
But only by a skeleton crew. It's a trial, not a death sentence.
Yeah, we just gotta go all the way up and around to Eastwatch. Okay. Chocobo time it is. Ambrosia? Hello. Oh, God.
Ready, go?
She spawned right behind me.
Faster!
Sure, okay. Any bandits? There were bandits here earlier. No. Wait, Akashic raptors or just raptors? Just raptors. Bum 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 bum. Random fallen dudes? Is that a Coeurl? What is going on? Is this Final Fantasy or Diablo? Playing Diablo is funny because all the little towns and areas you visit for oh, I went the wrong way. I have to turn right up here. All the areas and towns that you visit, the moment you were to leave,
No holding back.
oh, I didn't see that animation before. Sorry, Ambrosia. Ouch. Okay. Immediately broken. Just low level mobs, so get absolutely blasted. There's a bunch of fallen dudes up there in the tree line now. Wait, so where's the turn to Eastwatch? Oh, it's all the way up through all this, yeah. Is that a... Yep. Little Omni Slash going on. Still going. Yep. Just so many mobs. Whoa! Ow.
It's over. Let's just press on.
Okay. We only came here way much earlier in the story. That's why I didn't remember the little turn. Oh.
Perhaps young Ember really is ready.
Oh, there's some dogs. Hounds. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Oh, running into a cutscene, I see.
Damn
Oh,
it.
well, that's not supposed to be here.
Ember, draw your sword.
I can't.
Die, I guess, then.
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
It's just a random Avis. Oh. Actually, a higher level one?
Go, Torkel.
Ah. You can even block that. Damn. That's gonna fade in a moment, I bet. Yes. Dude, the slow-mo wings transition is so cool. All right, we're getting there.
Ember, are you? Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
So yeah, that was not supposed to be here. Bonk. Kestrel's beak braid? What? What was that? Kestrel's beak braid. Increases down thrust damage by 10%. Maybe I was meant to find this earlier in the game. I wonder if that down thrust damage would actually work on... Well, I would imagine it would. It would work on the Zantetsuken. Like in-air somersault slam.
That's better.
I would imagine it would work there. Did he just actually... It's just... Okay, yeah. Just poof gone. We'll teleport back around the corner there. Don't need to run all the way back around. Excuse me. Oh, there's a way out over here. There's not enough fence. Wait, Ember isn't here? Is he gonna show up when we talk to Nazaire? Hello?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I
Yeah.
thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled.
Hmm.
I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis.
Yeah.
He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things.
I'm assuming he went up the tower and found the book.
He was nowhere to be seen.
I was the distraction.
I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job?
Yeah, he used me as a distraction. That's what I was imagining, potentially.
I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Ah.
How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
Yes.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
Yes, see.
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
What?
Yes, Sergeant.
I mean, that seemed pretty clever to me. Once I got the conceit of what was going on. Oh, it'll be totally easy. The distraction was the Avis, which he potentially did on purpose because he knew I was following him. Although, he could have been a little more heroic about it, potentially. All right, let's go talk to Isabel. It may be the last time we get to do so.
I would speak with this Duke.
Miss Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Wasn't wearing his uniform.
Your town needs you.
Is it actually Isabel, though? Looks like it is. What can I do for you, my lady?
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison.
Yep.
And put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications.
Yep.
The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen's watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
All right. Lend the citizens watch your strength. Yes. After I hydrated.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Sabine's here?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name... Oh, she doesn't have a card.
Sabine. And it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme,
Yeah.
who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble.
Yeah.
I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action.
Okay.
Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
What do you guys think of her crooked
Does that not
hat?
seem a trifle drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival.
Ugh.
But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people.
Oh.
He's always been like this.
Okay.
Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him by all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed.
Sure, okay.
But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
He was.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Ooh. I'm sure she would.
The task of organizing the town watch has been taking up a great deal of Philippe's time of late, and the rest he spends guarding the main gate to the markets. You'll find him there, most likely.
Okie dokie. Whoop, whoop.
Your town needs you.
Back out, talk to Philippe.
Saw the captain just now.
Are we gonna have
What
to
does the
fend
town
off
have
a
to
bunch of
say?
random stuff all of a sudden, or... Oh, there he is.
So you are content to abandon the people?
Oh.
Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
Yep.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people.
It went.
Wait, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man.
Oh, really?
We've had some reports, you see.
Oh.
Sightings of, you know what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Is it?
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
Okay. Is it those bandit tribes, or is it the fallen robots? I'm assuming it's just the bandit people? It's right down here by the lake? Nope.
The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
It's the fallen Ultima robot things. Yeah, that's what it was. Probably gonna be like a mini boss lich or something. Whoa! None of that. It works.
You're finished. Stay down.
More even. Is there one on healing again? Where is it? Oh, over here. Thought I blew all those up. Oh, why'd you retarget back over there? I'm standing right next to two of them. Any more? Oh. Okay, Torgal, that one's yours. Damn. I was about to walk up and do a ground finish, and all of a sudden, dog!
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me.
Hello.
Are you alright?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
Right.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dame was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Oh, Sabine, Sabine, Sabine.
One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Blue? Specifically blue? Oh, hello.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. But now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates.
Yeah.
A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore.
Yikes.
May have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla.
Whoa.
Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive!
Owned?
I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order.
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
Well, that was easy.
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
What? Absolutely shut down.
The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Yep.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things.
Yep.
And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Okay. Just heading out towards, you know, the Royal Meadows. Come on, boys. Chop, chop. Chop, chop now. Let's go.
If any get by, you can trust we'll be here to meet them head on.
They aren't already spawned, which is kind of weird. Whoa.
There are so many of them.
Whoa.
Not for long.
There's quite a few. Yikes.
Nice try.
Gonna say level 5 for a big wave of Soon there'll be multiple waves. Get him, Torgal. Bonk. Oh, hello. Yeah?
Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
Whoa, big boy.
Too slow.
Ow.
There's a good boy.
Big Undertaker man. And before it runs out, this boy has some HP on his bones. Had. Had some HP on them bones. Ding ding. I was actually expecting a little more than that.
That looks to be the last of them.
Like multiple Undertakers or something?
Wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
I like how Torgal keeps stealing kills because he's getting actually stronger and I gave him extra attack power. So sometimes I'm just like ready to finish off a regular red bar and he's like, nope, mine. Alright, is it going to change this guy's opinion at all or is it going to be a dickhead?
Clive, it's good to see you.
Hello.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right.
Oh?
And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority.
Right.
But by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far.
Now punch him in the gut.
I only wanted you to understand how the
Sorry.
people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Emotional damage!
Madam Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
All right, then.
Can we get you anything? A room at the Vale would be nice.
A room at the Vale would be nice. Of course it would be.
Thanks for standing with us.
I'm sorry we didn't sooner.
Surprised Joshua didn't have anything in that, but I guess they probably can't think you're going to have Joshua in your party when you do this. Well, I guess you have to.
There's no need
Maybe?
to worry.
Unless there's some time elsewhere you could do all these side quests.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
Well, yes. They were just fighting weird interdimensional robot monster things.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Woo!
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
All the hand massage, please.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Oh, okay.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time.
Oh.
Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Grunt complete. Dude, maybe I haven't seen, because normally in this regard, ooh, she gives me an orichalcum. But you know how last week sometime, depending on if you're watching these, if you're watching them on YouTube, it was many episodes ago in this regard, but talk about the whole like game critics thing, and they were harping on the early like demo build that came out of Final Fantasy 16 because of the color of the character skins, even though I've already nixed that down to the fact that there is at least like 4 different races of people being represented in this game. So there's not just this one specific one that people were getting mad about, but that makes those people just racist, right? Also, anyway, why have there not been any articles or mentions? It probably has come up in different podcasts and things. I just don't know if it's gotten much traction. The character of Isabel, where else has a character been done this well with a background that she has? It's a pretty bold move to make a character. I mean, she's just a courtesan, right? But the working girl, right? The sex worker, to be very blunt about it. Such a weirdly maligned thing, even though it totally is work, and it's one of the oldest professions literally in the human race, and obviously serves a very integral part, especially during this kind of time period that the story is being told in, this medieval time period, because those places were more than just a whorehouse, as is being illustrated here. Now, of course, some may have just been, but at least the stuff that's being illustrated in this medieval setting, in this story, is way more than that, right? Because a lot of these women, and men too, the one in Delamil's got a couple of dudes upstairs, but they were almost like a makeshift hospital of sorts during war times and during conflicts, where they would be the people that would help nurse the soldiers and the wounded and whatever back to health. Like they would, because there wasn't just like a huge hospital of sorts with 12 doctors and 100 nurses and people all ready to go, right? But it's such a powerful turn in the story to have a character like this that in some manner, I'd imagine some people would hand wave off her character as being, sadly, they would wave it as like insignificant, or that her character didn't matter as much, but she's such a prominent side character in this story. Side character because we interact with her once in the main quest, and she's all about this extra world building stuff on the side, which helps broaden the scope of the game. It's just so, I don't know, it's just well done. And again, this boils back down to the fact that this game is made by Japanese developers, which is crazy to me, because at least the older generation in Japan is so isolationist, closed off, and pretty racist to my understanding. I imagine it's getting better and fading away over there in some regards, but it probably will still take another generation to really get beyond who cares about the melatonin in someone's skin color. Or like there's a bunch, the different statuses of people. So it's pretty crazy how open and accepting of all the different types of people that you've come across in this game, in this story specifically, that is just, I don't think I've ever played a narrative yet so far that has encompassed this many facets of just the human condition. To slaves, to poor people, to the rich, to the noble, to the tyrant kings, to the Veil. It's all these different, it's just a lot of just different human characters that are really just in this story. And we talked about Dion before, but he might be the best character in this whole thing. We had a big discussion about it in Discord a while ago, actually. It's very surprising. And this is very good. Yeah, the Madame of the Brothel in Novigrad in Witcher 3 is the only one that comes to mind. Oh, yeah, okay. Good, it could very well be, yeah. There's lots of other brothels in that game, but the actual one from Novigrad was the one I actually was involved in some things. At least prominently involved, right? Yeah. But I just can't think of many other... I'm sure plenty of other literary works may have angles that are in this storytelling, in this setting. But I don't know, it's just, they just popped into my mind during these cutscenes. Like, it's a lot of... It's just a lot. There's a lot going on in these stories, and they're, it kind of has that, I guess the only way I can really ever put it into the same kind of context is Avatar, The Last Airbender, and in some parts Korra, where storytelling is just so simple, purposeful, but then also very much mirrored to real life. And it tells stories about certain walks of life, different types of peoples, different places, different continents, different ethnicities, everything. And Avatar and Korra both do this really well, even if they're kind of veiled in like a children to like young adult story, facade. But not much media actually really does that. Either they do, and it's like Rick and Morty, where it's so on the nose and it's so just like in your face that it's meant to be for fun. Or like it's the South Park or like the Simpsons route, where it's made fun of in a sense because of its ridiculousness, to draw attention to the fact that it's ridiculous, to be made fun of, right? Like there's all these different things, and the different stereotypes are involved. So there's different walks of how it's explained in different media, but all wrapped up into this game has so many very specific, poignant, based on real life, and again, from predominantly a Japanese writing team. I don't know how much other influence they have there, but they've clearly like pulled so many different yarns from different areas of history, human history. It's wild and very good. And the point of this, to wrap it all up in a nice bow, is why have I not seen much scuttlebutt articles and stuff like that permeating the discourse about like this character or about some of these specific situations in this game. Yeah, I think a lot of that early negative feedback was all about like Final Fantasy 16 and Yoshi P are racists. What? I don't know how that could be any further from the truth. The Veil signboard. The emblem of the Veil, Northreach's far-famed house of ill repute. The town is the gateway to the imperial capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposing sides of the Great Wall. And we got another Orichalcum. I think that's the 3 we need, so we need a hunt item now. That was a long little TED Talk rant, but it really just dawned on me how good chunks of this game really are at just telling a story about humans.
We have brought Northreach together. Now the fight begins to keep her together. For if this town is to survive, we must all play our part, including you, Clive.
Yes, thank you. That might be the last time we really get to interact with her, too. I'm not sure how the game is going to wrap up, as we still have tons of side questy stuff to do, but... Damn.
This the last one?
Yeah, like, look at these girls right here are ready to give food to the people that are coming back in. Refugees. I don't know. It's just all these...
a little further.
Another one helping a wounded soldier get back into the city. Obviously, they're just like, you know, canned, you know, static animation because they're sort of background characters, but...
Will you lend me a hand? They're still injured in the markets.
Of course.
Damn.
You held your own out there.
Held me own. Oh, I was so scared I could barely hold the piss in my bladder.
And then there's writing like that.
Welcome.
I could barely hold the piss in my bladder. Oh, God.
I do like a customer who knows what he
wants. Oh. Papa. Oh, man. That came out of nowhere. I was not ready for that. All right, we can deliver the tail back. We can return to the hideaway. We have to go speak to Cyril, so I think we're going to go talk to Havel next for Three's company, because this is to go back and be read Clive and Joshua's father's last will and testament. So, let's go to the Gates of Rendala and see what this quest is going to do. And there's still more. Nope. Here. Nope. Here. Yeah. There's still like 3 or 4 more quests on the board, that, or maybe 2 or 3 or 4. The duality of Creative Business Unit 3. Yeah.
Well met.
Well met. It's just
You're
you have.
welcome anytime.
Where are we going? They're going all the way to the gate. Oh, okay. Anything new from Eloise?
What brings you to the caravans today?
Oh, we can bring up some extra stuff about her. But that is bonus dialogue. What's Backlad up to?
The Dominion has fallen.
And Backlad streets now echo the cries of those fleeing its destruction and the bitter objections of those forced to take them in. And things seem likely only to get worse. Aether floods continue to swallow great swathes of the Republic, and it grows harder every day to disagree with those who say the end is nigh. What is the end of the world as we know it, if not an opportunity to create a new one? Our work is only just beginning.
The Crimson Caravans must set an example.
We must use the skill, strength, and knowledge Theo and I learned over all those years to see that all who come here continue to be fed and watered. If there is nowhere left to run, then we must ensure that this place in which we find ourselves is a place of refuge
It is
for
our
all.
job to keep the hope alive.
If we don't, who else will?
Did I tell you?
That I found a map of Kajlok among Theo's things. He had written some words in the boundary, a new dream for when the nightmare ends.
That was what he wanted.
An end to the torment that bears the realm over, have long been forced to endure a new beginning. Theo lost his life in pursuit of that dream. It falls to those of us who remain to see that it lives on.
No matter how hard it might be.
Or how long it might take, I will make his dream a reality. Oh.
When we fled our childhood home.
We left behind not only our family fortune, but the names our parents gave us. I became Eloise, and my brother, Theodore. We had nothing to our new names, but a hatred of the system that would have seen my brother enslaved. But that hatred also gives us a purpose. We swore to save not only Theodore, but others like him. In order to make good on this ambition, we would need two things: money and trust. We found work and saved the money we needed to begin buying bearers their freedom. We told them that their lives were their own, that they could stay with us, and we would feed them and house them and pay them for their labor. Or they could leave. We could grant them safe passage to wherever they wish to go. In that way, we engendered trust. Once earned, that trust proved nigh unshakable. So much, though, that most chose to stay with us. But that was always Theo they trusted the most. They loved him.
Loved him.
Let's continue his work. Our work.
Farewell.
Yeah, that was definitely a very sudden
Do you see that too?
character that got... Oh, can we see it? Oh, yeah. Yep. Soon. We will go there soon.
Papa?
We only have so many more...
Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
We do only have so many more side quests that the game can throw at us, and only so many more treasures to collect, hunts to go on, and then the chronoliths to do. So we're getting there. Ambrosia, let's go to the gates, shall we?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Onward to the gates. No fighting, just writing. I'll have to go back and check is the hideaway here soon enough. And flap 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 flap. Take off any sick jumps. Yes, in fact I have.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
This crowd is still here?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
Hello.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
Oh, we beating up these dudes guarding the gate?
You're right. It won't. Man,
It won't.
finish him.
It will not take long at all. Gentlemen. And then good job, brother. Sword is so incredibly busted. It's so cinematically goofy and cool, though. Just like walk up, omni slash with complete iframes, and then one shot the entire screen.
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Okay. Anyway, hello, gentlemen. Greetings.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic.
Yeah.
It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis.
Hello.
Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
Right.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Is he talking about
I
Otto?
suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
I'm assuming he's talking about Otto. They also could be talking about Dion? Or Uncle Byron?
Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Yeah.
Very good, my lord.
I think it's Otto. We'll find out momentarily, I guess.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
That's a cool connection then. I didn't even think about Quentin. But yeah, that could do it. Quentin did try to lead quite the rebellion. Even though it did get most of his people killed. Oh, we can get this loot now. Okay, well, it was something. Are we... Yeah, we're going to talk to Quentin now. We can go do that. He would be... up here. Well, he's not at Lost Wing, but that's the... Yeah, they're up here at the vineyard. Rebuilding, because this area is all Akashic now. It got very flooded not too long ago. To give Quentin a new lot in life, maybe. That could be helpful. It is kind of weird you can just run through these The vineyards. You have no collision. Hello?
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest. And they can rest easy, knowing that their sacrifice wasn't in vain.
Yeah.
That justice was done. As for us survivors,
Oh?
well, we've just got to keep at it. Keep the family together. For their sakes.
Quentin? I see you haven't changed your clothes, as far as I know. Although, not sure how many clothes he might have. This is more people than were here last time? Maybe? I don't know.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold.
Yeah.
Go on then. Propose.
Fade to black, pan down, fade from black.
You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
That'd be great, actually.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
Oh.
And why might that be?
Here we go.
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Yo, let's go.
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Yeah.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Yeah, we'll talk to Byron back at the... Yep.
Any statesmen we speak with are liable to resist our entreaties if they feel that what little power remains to them is at stake. They must be dealt with skillfully. I shall not repeat the errors of my past.
Yeah, that's cool.
Reckon Master Quentin could argue an egg back up a hen's quim if he set his mind to it.
What? Right then. Right. Uh-huh. Right then. Sure. Very good. Very good. Anyway, next. Good grief. Where's Uncle Byron?
Uncle, I bring good news.
Yeah.
The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
Oh.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power.
Yeah.
He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his.
Ah.
But yes.
Yeah.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Old man yelling at goats.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls.
Whoa!
My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach.
Still has his damn apron
Though
on.
supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Wow.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
What the hell? That cutscene wasn't necessary, but is appreciated.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord.
Oh.
What great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony?
What?
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford,
my quill.
He's like practicing for like a big. Okay, sure.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
Yeah.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will.
Hmm.
Thank you, Uncle.
Quest complete. Yeah. The Triunity Accord, signed by representatives from Rosaria, Dalmekia, and Sanbrek. This mutual accord sets the stage for a new age in store, if not officially, then at least in spirit. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? All right.
Sorry, can't take you where you need to get to, but the Argo and me will be waiting when you get back.
Fair enough.
What do you think that thing is?
His big crystal.
How's Sid gonna deal with that?
Is that the scout boy? Is that Ember? I think so. We haven't been down on this part of the dock in a while because usually everything teleports us in or out of the top area. But again, world building. Like one of the last times we do this. Considering the weight this game is definitely slowly putting on us. Alright, let's just. No, Ember's right here. I think that's the exact same model down there.
Stand a chance. Yeah, neither did you,
Let's see what we can do here.
Welcome back, Sid.
Hello.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial.
Oh.
But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
Does Ember deserve passing marks? Oh, you can just say yes or no. I mean, yeah. Reacted to the situation. He carved his way through. He used what happened as a distraction, although you might need to get a little more gutsy about it, a little more courage built up, but that's only going to come with time. But I think it's fine. Yeah. And what's going to happen if no? There's only so much more of this game left.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril.
That's true.
All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half.
A what?
Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
All right.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know.
Toxic?
If you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
I sleep.
Sid, I wanted you to know. I will be taking personal responsibility for Ember's combat training. And I will not let you down.
I still kind of think this guy sounds a bit like Idris Elba in the cadence of some of his words. Anyone else hear that? Uh-oh. Another hunt popped up? They are just being interwoven. Thank you for the dance. What? Wow. Oh, the last two. The Grim Reaper. Yeah, we had saw this one coming. There was a hint about this one before. There's a saying among the Imperial soldiers of the Northreach garrison, steer clear of the drowned tower, lest the specters sickle reap your root. What? They speak in typically uncouth terms of the thrall that dwells within the Aether Flood, on those frightful aspect and command. Oh, one whose frightful aspect and command over lesser minions would appear to mark him as a high-ranking member of his species. Okay. And then we've got the Knight of the Splendid Heart. Or Splendent Heart. Most pilgrims to the holy capital of Oriflamme pass through the Penitent's Gate on the road from the Royal Meadows. Of late, however, a knight in shining armor has elected to situate or to station himself beside the entrance, accursing any and all passers-by of being Sid the Outlaw, the one who led Prince Dion down a path of destruction, and challenging them to a duel to the death. Well, okay then. So we have the Grim Reaper, which will be like a super lich. And then we have a super dragoon. I guess I didn't know what I was going to expect with the last hunts. Because that'll be the last ones, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32. Huh. Well, I think more on that on the next chunk as we keep trying to get this game sorted. How much more rep do we need? I would assume to do everything.
How may I help you today, Clive?
To get to the last bit of rep.
Benefactors are a generous lot.
We only need 60 more. If this is the end, I am assuming this is the last chunk that you get from all this.
All done?
And there's still, what, 2 or 3 more side quests to go do. Oh, good gracious. All right, and another quest just popped up. Oh, good grief, good grief. All right, onward to the next bit, I guess.